What is taking over your timeline on Facebook, Instagram? Listen, we all have our algorithm, the things that we're into keep populating for us, but there's something that we've not been able to avoid over the last week as this murder trial continues to gain momentum, and something that my wife goes courtroom TV on every single night, court TV on every single night at 9 o'clock, and that is the trial of Lindsay Clancy. And is her husband more involved? Is he not involved with what happened? The details of what happened to Lindsay, I'm not repeating at 7:23 in the morning as we're trying to start our show.
Yeah.
But it is taking over American culture right now, this story of Lindsay Clancy, the mom that's on trial for murder in this moment, and all the details. The internet sleuths are going crazy for this. Did she do it? Was the husband more involved? Why was he not more present? All these things. I know this. I'm not even joking when I say this. Every single night around 9 o'clock, the kids are down. And I know when I sit down on the couch, my wife is about to tell me all the things she knows and the latest updates. And you would think she is a prosecutor in Law and Order SVU or something with all the information that she has. And part of it for me, I've not been keeping up on it as much as she has. But I'm like, is this the internet sleuth facts? But then I'm doing my own facts. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. What's going on? There are so many question marks around this trial. At this point, I don't even know what to believe, Meghan.
Well, that's the thing. At least you're getting the Cliff Notes every night.
Have you been keeping up with this?
A little bit. I've seen what's come through on my timeline. I think that's the interesting thing in the world that we're in right now is, now when these big cases happen, it's like we're there in the courtroom. We are seeing a lot of the footage and we're getting to hear a lot of the things.
Plus, the behind the scenes,
yes,
the security camera,
exactly.
Her at this museum that she went to with the kids and all these things.
Plus add in the fact that people are also speculating and adding in their own things and what they believe and whether, who's involved and whatever. So now it's like an added extension of what's actually happening in the courtroom. And then also the internet and what they're saying about the case and their theories behind it. So it's really this web of what are you following? And there's so much to learn and see.
Usually I do not have internet sleuth vibes and I do not lean into those things. AKA the kind of the conspiracy theories that I'm more of it's black and white when it comes to the trial. Yeah, they did it. Maybe they didn't do it, that type of thing. But based on what my wife has told me, I'm like, what happened? What was going on behind closed doors at the Clancy house? And the biggest thing that really has come out of this is just what women go through in general after having kids and postpartum and anxiety and, possibly psychosis, which is what this woman experienced.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. It's very important to talk about.
And all those things where you're like, and this guy, and as a husband who has so supported his wife in different moments, like we all should, we should be supporting our spouses when they're going through things and vice versa, right? This guy, this Patrick Clancy guy, seemed like he took such a backseat on the stuff that his wife was experiencing based on things that I've read. And you're like, why were you not there for that moment?
Right.
What's going on? Why were you not more present? So besides the actual trial, it's also put a major spotlight on just inherently what women go through, after they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids or whatever it is for your own family. And for her, it was obviously a major thing considering what ended up coming of it. But that's also kind of a major side story to the actual trial.
Yeah. And I mean, not to add on, to the pain of this week, but, now that we're talking about it with Hayden Panettiere, and she was very open about what she also went through after she had her kid and postpartum depression. And I'm thankful that you're bringing this up because it is an important topic to talk about, and it is important to note that what women go through in their bodies after having a baby and just hormones in general, and the support that we need from our spouses and just from society when going through that. So it's a safe space here on Mixed Mornings. And
for sure. And with what happened with Hayden too, she was always so open about things that she experienced it and putting herself out there. I mean, she even wrote a book about her life of, family dynamics and issues that she had with her mom and substance abuse and all these different things and her own child that she had. But yeah, so just one of those weeks where there are these major stories going on that really makes you think about life. So often to see, as we mentioned, social with Instagram and Facebook, everything seems to look so perfect too many times with, hey, look, we're at the wedding, and oh, look at us on vacation, and this, I'm holding up my drink, I'm on the beach, and it's all these 10 out of 10 pictures when, as we know, real life is not like that. And there is such authenticity for people like Hayden putting her life out there saying, this is what I'm going through, because most of the time, all of us are going through something, which is the case, and we feel connected to people when they're talking about their darkest moments that they're going through. So a couple of stories that we wanted to mention in this moment. We know our show's a little bit lighter most of the time, but of course, if you need anybody to talk to or are going through your own things, don't bury that stuff. I was always a person like that and still am at times, to be like, I got this. And it's so easy to have the I got this mentality of what I have in my life.
Well, especially when you feel like everyone else has got it because of social media, which, again, to your point, it is just the highlights, and it's just a snippet of not the full picture, you know?
Yes, exactly. So, as I was saying, it was just like, we feel like we try to put ourselves out there. Oh, I got my life together. I don't want to complain about something, but those things just continue to stack on top of the next thing that you're feeling.
Every feeling is important,
and then,
no matter how big
and
or
all
small.
that stuff. And most of us don't know how to, unravel these things that we feel. So just know, if you are in that moment in your life, just know, please reach out. Even if it's just calling us to talk to somebody, you're welcome to do that at any time.
Of course.
But of course, reach out to somebody to get the help that you might need in your own life. I was stubborn for the longest time, but, there's been moments where I need to process this and talk to somebody about this to help kind of unravel those things. So much love to you, morning fam. In this moment as we start this Wednesday, but two major stories this week that we wanted to mention, and we love you. It's Kyle and Meghan on Mix.